Hi, everyone. This is Jacqui Cooper with CryptoMom2 Talk Show, and I want to welcome everyone back to this new year, 2022. It's really phenomenal. Last year and the year before have been epic, and I know that this coming year is going to be so exciting. And today I have a very special person on who's going to be giving a tour of an NFT marketplace that is actually doing a lot of social good. And so I ask everyone to kind of support, explore, and see how you can become part of it. So as we're going to be doing in the show, we're going to be explaining technical details. So, again, if I hear a word or a term that I think that maybe someone who's new doesn't know, I'll explain. And I know I just used a term that I didn't know until last year. NFTs. NFT is non-fungible token. And we're going to go into that a little bit more, but non-fungible tokens can be used to upload pictures, can be used to upload music. It's being used, NFTs are being used by businesses, and now charities are able to use it as well. So before we get into that detail, how are you doing tonight? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? I know that you're the mystery person right now, but go ahead and introduce yourself and then also explain more about Givetree because this is so exciting. How are you doing?
Hey, Jackie, thanks for having me on. So I'm Sam and I'm the founder of Givetree. And Givetree is going to be Australia's first social impact NFT marketplace. And how it all started was actually 3 years ago now, when I was in a much different position in my life. I'd had some things happen in my personal life, which I'd reacted to badly. Within the space of a few months, I'd gone from six-figure salary, family, friends, healthy, this sort of thing, to spent a few $100,000 of my savings, lost family and friends, lost my job, lost my lease, and had become homeless. And so between January 2018 and August 2018, in that space of time, I'd sort of destroyed my life and landed myself in an internet cafe here in Sydney, Australia. And I lived in that internet cafe between August 2018 and June 2019 for about 10 months. And it was during that time I first started working on Givetree, which was originally called Charity Hub, and it was just a simple charity directory. And then over the last 3 years, it's kind of evolved. It sort of evolved initially. It went from just a simple charity directory to what would happen if you could sort of donate money to these charities through the platform. That'd be pretty cool. Then it sort of progressed from that. It sort of moved on to, well, what would happen if you could sort of donate anything? Like, what else can you donate to a charity through a platform? Can you fundraise? Can you volunteer? That sort of thing. And then, fast forward 3 years, and I've now spoken with over 80 charities over the last 3 years. I've looked at over 30 different types of donations for charity. And more recently, I've gone pretty deep into NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and their close counterpart, cryptocurrency, and then all of the associated technologies like blockchain and this sort of thing. So super stoked to be on the podcast and excited to have a chat.
So I love what you're doing, and I know that everything that you went through personally, you're using this to help others. And so I feel really blessed to be a part of the journey that you're on. So explain how this works. So I know you talked about that you're in Australia, and that's really exciting to me that I'm here in the United States. Can any artist or individual anywhere on the globe participate and become part of Givetree?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely can. So the idea of Givetree is that if you'd like to create an NFT from scratch, or if you'd like to sell an NFT that you already own, you can do that on Givetree. And when you do that, when you create a new NFT from scratch, maybe it's an item or it's a collection, when you're setting up that item or that collection, you can actually choose a percentage of the primary and secondary royalties, and you can choose what percentage that is. So it could be 1%, or it could be 20%, or it could be 100%. and you choose that percentage, and then you select the charity that you would like to support, and that percentage will then get built into the smart contracts. And every time that NFT is sold, both the first time and every other time after that on Givetree, the charity will automatically receive that percentage of the NFT revenue straight to their wallet. So it's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I'm real excited about that because I have some favorite charities that I'm creating NFTs for. So I'm really excited about being able to help them. So as an artist, even though I'm a quasi artist, because I know that there's some people that are just creating phenomenal work. If I wanted to bring a charity on to be a beneficiary, how would I do that? What would the charity have to do?
Yeah, so at the moment, as you can see here, we've got a holding page up while we finish off the final touches on the first version of our NFT marketplace product. And what you can actually do if you're a charity or a creator is you can apply through this Givetree.io web address right now. And within the space of a few minutes, you can apply. You submit some information about your organization. We're able to work with organizations anywhere in the world and creators anywhere in the world. So you just submit some information about yourself. We'll have a look at that and we'll get you set up. And it's free to get started. There's no cost to get started. And yeah, looking forward to hearing from you if you can.
So, so for charities that might be listening to this, it sounds like it's a really simple process. They don't have to know a lot about NFTs or cryptocurrencies. They can just become associated with the site or with an artist that wants to help them. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a difficult process at all. The application takes a few minutes. It's completely free. You will need to provide some information about your organization so that we can verify that it's real and that sort of thing. And then after you're set up, we're going to provide you with lots and lots of resources, information, videos, and support to help you understand all about the space and all about the different risks and the different pros and the different cons, the things that you need to be aware of, the things that you need to be doing in a certain way. So like the frequently asked questions. So like, what is a cryptocurrency wallet and how does that work? And why do we need one? And what are the best ones? And what do we need to do with that wallet after it's set up and that sort of stuff. So we're going to go through all of that stuff with you. So if you do become a partner with us, we're kind of like an unofficial team member for you. We can help you with all of that.
That's great. That's super. I know that I do different consulting with individuals and small businesses and also charities. And those are questions that, everyone who gets started, is a little bit nervous about. And everyone needs help. And even those of us that are familiar with the space, we're constantly learning. There's always more to know. So in terms of how charities get paid, once they have the account, and let's say an NFT is sold, do they get paid in crypto or can they take the payment in the fiat of their country? How would that work?
Yes. So when somebody is purchasing a NFT, a non-fungible token, generally they're buying that using cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
That might change in the future. But for now, the way it works is you do have to purchase NFTs with crypto in most cases. And so what happens after the purchase is complete, the transaction is complete, the cryptocurrency gets sent straight to the charity's nominated cryptocurrency wallet address, and they receive those funds as cryptocurrency. Now, if they do want to receive it as cash, there is a way for them to do that we will provide. You will require a liquidation facility, which is a facility which will sit in between our marketplace and your wallet, and the cryptocurrency will go to that facility first. It will then liquidate into cash for a small fee, and then we will disperse the cash to you. So you can receive it as cash if you want to, if that's the preference. We'll be offering a range of different currencies depending on your country. So if you're in the US, you might prefer US dollars, whereas if you're in Australia, you might prefer Australian dollars. If you're somewhere else, then you might prefer something else, and that's okay as well. So we will provide that facility for you.
That's great. That's super. So I know that Charities might ask the next question in terms of documentation for taxes and things like that. Is that something that the platform is able to help them with, or is that something that they just need to go back to their accountants and talk to them about?
Yeah, I think when it comes to questions, especially legal questions relating to tax, it's always best to get a local solicitor's advice on your local tax law and how that affects your organization. There's no point in me saying this is how it's going to work, because it's not worth any value to you whatsoever. You need to check with a professional.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, so for those that are listening, and again, if you're not sure if your accountant or attorney is familiar with, this area, just reach out to me. I know a variety of resources that I can point you in the direction of, and that way you can check it out and see if that works for you. So, in terms of the types of things in the marketplace, will it be art? Will it be music? What will the marketplace consist of?
Yeah, I think the exciting thing about NFTs, about non-fungible tokens, is that they're not limited to one type or one category. So as you mentioned earlier, Jacqui, an NFT can be an image, it can be a video, it can be a sound, it can be multiple different types of formats, of file formats, and this sort of thing. So there are lots and lots of different categories, and some are more popular than others at the moment. So for example, in the first 6 months of 2021, some of the most popular NFT categories were collectibles and sports. And so if you're a creator and you're creating music, yeah, we're happy to have you. If you're a creator and you're creating art, maybe oil paintings or something, happy to have you. If you're a digital artist or a 3D renderer, happy to have you. Like, you are able to create NFTs for basically most things. There is a lot of flexibility there. We'll provide you with a full list of everything that you can do on Givetree. So if you do have any questions about what you can and can't do, just come to us and we'll help you out.
So is Givetree live right now, or when will it be live?
At the moment, what we've got up is we've got some basic information up, and we enable you to contact us through that. If you've got any questions, you can use the forms to submit your questions and we'll get back to you straight away. The first version of the product, we're going to be doing a crowdfund campaign in February, and that will actually give people the opportunity to become shareholders in Givetree. And that's very much in line with our goal to become a community-owned platform in the future. And so, yeah, as a side note, if you would like to become a shareholder in Givetree, you'll have that opportunity in February, March of this year. Now it's 2022. But yeah, at the moment, what we've got on Givetree.io is we've got a page where you can see the charities, some of the charities, I should say, that we've got up, some of the artists. There's a lot more that aren't out there. But basically, if you have any questions or anything like that, if you'd like to join the Discord community, that's what you'll be able to do at the moment through Givetree.io. And then we'll keep you posted through the Discord community and through our subscriber email list on all of the important upcoming dates and announcements and that sort of thing.
So one of the questions that it just popped into my mind, so I'll ask it. I know that there are a lot of different platforms out here, OpenSea and some others that are pretty known to people who are in the NFT community, but there are major what for people who might not know, they're called gas fees, to do the transactions and things like that. How is Givetree, what platform are you navigating on, and how are the fees associated with the exchanges happening? Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure thing. So Givetree is planning on being blockchain agnostic. And what that means is we're going to be a multi-chain platform.
Wow.
So yeah. So we're going to start with an Ethereum layer 1 and an Arbitrum layer 2.
Awesome.
And then we're going to start to add more and more chains over the next few months. So some of the next ones that we'll be adding are blockchains such as Solana and Algorand, and we're having a look at Flow and a few others. And we'll just start to introduce more and more and more. And the idea is that we don't want to make any top-down decisions about which blockchains are good and which blockchains are bad. We'd like to leave it up to you, because some blockchains have some good things and some blockchains have some bad things. And, they've all got their pros and cons. And at the end of the day, you've got to use the blockchain that's right for you. And so our role is to provide you with as many options as possible. When it comes to the fees, the transaction fees, or gas fees, which is the other name for transaction fees, it's basically you are paying to use the network. So if it's Ethereum blockchain, you are paying ETH as a transaction fee to use the network and to power the network. So that's what that fee is for. But then there's layer 2 solutions that help to resolve those sorts of issues, such as Arbitrum. And there's also multiple other options as well. So there's ways of doing it where you can minimize your transaction fees or gas fees and still use really popular blockchains. It really, again, it's going to come down to what your goals are, and based on those goals, what blockchain is best for you. And so our role will be to provide as many as possible for you.
I love that. I also love how you explained it. And what I'm also excited about is something that I wasn't able to do on some of the other platforms, and that's split between myself as an artist and also split between the charity. That's something that type of forking, I wasn't able to discover on other platforms. And you shared with me that this is unusual and one of the reasons why Givetree is so special. So do you want to explain more about that?
Yeah, so at the moment, if you were to use a large platform like OpenSea and you wanted to donate to a charity, or you wanted to fundraise for a charity with the sale of an NFT item or collection on OpenSea, what you would have to do is write into the description that you're planning on donating to the charity. But there would be absolutely no guarantee to the people bidding on that NFT that you will actually donate to charity. And there would be currently, I'm sure there will be in the future, but currently there's no way for the OpenSea platform to enable you to donate to that charity through OpenSea. And that charitable donation will not form a part of the smart contract. So what it means is that if you say in the description on OpenSea, I'm going to donate to charity, people have to believe that you're actually going to do that. There's no way for them to check if you do or don't. And there's no way for you to actually do it through OpenSea. You would have to do that separately to OpenSea. Now, that would mean that you've then got to organize a relationship with the charity. You've then got to send them the cryptocurrency, and that sort of thing is going to incur quite large fees for you. There's going to be quite a large transaction cost for you, and that's actually going to deplete the amount of money you're able to donate quite significantly. So the idea of Givetree is that everything occurs within the one platform, within the one ecosystem. And if you nominate a charity while you're setting up an NFT item or collection, and you nominate a percentage that you would like to go to that charity, that will get built into the smart contract, which means it gets automatically dispersed to the charity's nominated wallet address. And that means that there's much lower friction, there's much lower risk, there's much lower cost. It's just a much easier process for everyone. A lot less to think about, and just focus on doing good, kind of thing.
Well, and then from the other perspective, the person who's buying the NFT, many times they're buying things for charities, and then they're also using it as a tax write-off. So again, you definitely have to check with your attorneys in your countries, but by having it go directly to the charity, a portion of that, then they can say that, 90%, 70% of X went to the charity, and they can, again, subject to whatever the laws are in your country, maybe write it off. So that also is a really important factor, because like you said, if I, as an individual, was to accept the funds from a purchase of an NFT, that's taxable to me. If I then give it to the charity, I still have to account for it. So it becomes very complicated. So what you're doing is phenomenal, really phenomenal. Any
Thank you.
other, yeah, sure. Any other thoughts or about Givetree and what's, I know you and I are going to have multiple conversations and episodes, but any other thoughts that you want to share with everyone? Because Givetree is kicking off, and I think 2022 is going to be, again, great for Givetree and the vision that you have. Anything you want to share?
Yeah, we decided a few days ago we're going to create an initial limited edition NFT collection for Givetree, and we are going to sell those NFTs to raise the crypto or money that we need in order to pay for our crowdfund campaign. And it's a new idea we had just a few days ago. And basically, if you are interested in potentially purchasing one of those NFTs, you'll be able to do that through our Discord community. We'll be making announcements about how and when that's going to happen. And these NFTs are going to be quite special. They're going to have what's called a utility included in them. So they will have a use in the future, which you can use. And it's very exciting because we're currently building the Givetree metaverse virtual world in Unreal Engine 5. And so you will be able to use your limited edition Givetree NFT and the utility built into that NFT. You will be able to use that for a very, very special in-game outcome that nobody else will be able to do. And there's a very limited number of those as well. So if you are interested in that sort of thing, feel free to join our Discord community and yeah, keep an eye on it.
I love that idea. I love that idea. Again, you added a whole nother layer, the utility side of NFTs, because that, just for those that might not know, it means that it has an actual use. And you also talked about the metaverse, and I love that. That's basically, again, an online portal where you can do so many different things and visually within a whole community. So it's amazing what you're creating and what's about to explode. So thank you so much. So everyone, definitely visit givetree.io. Understand that, again, with everything within the crypto space, blockchain space, you need to do your own research. And there's a lot of good that's happening out here. So definitely have fun with everything, participate and ask questions. And, have a great year. Be kind to each other, be kind to yourself. We're all one community. And that's the one thing that I've learned by participating in talking to people like Sam and the blockchain community. Everyone is really helping each other, and everyone's making a better world. So thank you so much, Sam. Any other last minute thoughts before we sign off?
Thanks, Jacqui. Yeah, it's been great. It's been hopefully this has helped someone out there, and yeah, excited for 2022. It's going to be a pretty epic year.
I agree. I agree. All right, everyone. Talk to you soon. And definitely like and subscribe and share this episode with others that you know. Thank you so much.